Saying that these succulents and aloe vera have been neglected is probably an understatement. This one I've had with me for years and years, and I can't even remember the last time I watered it. But this plant, again, seems like it was planted a very long time ago and has just been left sitting. And luckily it's a succulent, so it has survived, but it's very, very leggy. So dry that I could just snap it off. And this just has so much more potential than right now it is showing. So I'm hoping to do some research, figure out a way to save all of these beautiful heads of the succulent and be able to replant them not only in my garden but maybe in some pots to gift to some people that I love. So I'm going to start by giving this plant a bit of a haircut, and that means that all of these heads, I'm just going to snip them off so that they've got a stem just like this. And I'm going to leave them to dry for a couple of days so that the bottom becomes calloused, and this is super essential if you're going to replant them into dirt or anything else, because if you leave that wet, it's just going to rot away and then your plant's useless. These are the ones that already had roots, so I've just popped them back in and they seem like they're doing fine. So these will be some of the ones I'm going to start planting. The aloe vera I tried to re-root, but it doesn't look like anything really happened. These ones in the little pot, look at that, they've got little roots, so that is awesome because they originally didn't have anything. So that is fantastic. I'm trusting that most of them have that now. The leaves propagating didn't really work. These guys really dried out and suffered. These ones are still plump, but they haven't really done much. All of these plants here, I don't think have really done anything, and I kind of get the feeling it's that all of them are kind of too dry. Like the plant was very dry when I got it. Oh, that one. So this one actually does have little roots on the side. See those little pink things? At the bottom as well. Ooh, maybe they just need a little bit more. That's so exciting. Wow, it actually worked. These ones here. Oh, wow. Oh my god, that's so cool. So it looks like when it comes to propagating succulents, beheading is your best bet. Like this has been maybe a couple of weeks. I would say it's coming close to about a month. The leaves have done absolutely nothing for me. The ones I put into soil worked, I think, the best. These ones that I beheaded, I would actually argue that maybe that worked better. So all that I did here was I took the head off with a wire and I actually just left it. It's just sitting here on egg cartons. I haven't touched it. I maybe sprayed it with some water a couple of times, but that's it. These little leaves that weren't in soil have actually rooted better than the leaves in soil. So it just shows you that propagating leaves in soil just doesn't really work. Your best bet is actually to behead it or to let the leaves dry out, and just naturally they develop roots on their own. So that's super cool. So they look exactly the same, but if you really look deep, they've got their roots. Wow, 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 wow. Very, very cool. Look at that. Alright, so these are the leftovers. I've popped some more inside the soil and hopefully that'll work. The leaves are all out here. I think that'll work better for them. It'll just take a while. I've got a few more heads and a few more here. So as you can see, I've had really amazing results from my succulents. The ones that I put into soil really truly did work the best, and these are the second lot that I put in that hadn't rooted the first time, and you can see that the roots on them have grown so well. Like, it's unbelievable how well that's worked. So I'm pretty confident that growing your succulents in soil is the best way to do it, and by beheading them as well rather than having the leaves fall off. Here's the next lot that I put in that hadn't propagated the first time, and again, it's got, come away. And most of these have developed some roots again, not all of them, but most of them have, which is really, really good. So now I've been able to transplant some of my succulents into my garden, and I'll show you that next week. The rest of the succulents I am going to put back into the pot. I do want to replant my aloe vera plant into this taller plant because that way its roots can go down, and then all of these little succulents can have the short pot. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to just pull him up out of there. Oh God. Wow, he's got massive roots now. Plop him in here. Alright, so now my aloe vera just has so much more room to grow. He's kind of off to the side, which looks a bit funny. So I'm going to actually... Kobe, there is a camera there. We don't walk in front of it. He's actually got a lot of room at the front here though, with not much happening. So I'm going to add some of my other succulents to this. Alright, so here's my aloe vera plant and some of my little succulents there as well. It's going to have a lot more space. Going to put some fresh soil on top so that it's got lots of nutrients. This was actually surprisingly easy. So if you've been worried about trying to propagate a plant like a succulent, it really is super duper easy, and I highly recommend it. This one has amazing, amazing roots. So just pop him in there. Now these ones didn't propagate, don't have roots just yet, but because I'm putting them into soil, I feel quite confident that they're going to grow them. Oh, it's already looking so good. This one kind of looks like it's got a teeny tiny succulent growing off the top it. I wonder if it is. These are looking fabulous already. How cute.